thank you all for coming. My goodness, this is drawing a crowd. Well, it's me again. We didn't finish it the last time, so we're going to finish it this time. You know, last time I told you I was from White Pine. Well, I forgot. I left out the part that somebody asked me one time, said, is it the last place on earth? I said, no, but you can see it from there. And there's three kinds of people in White Pine. Those that make things happen, those that watch things happen, and those that don't know what in the hell is happening. And I got one here, I can't read my writing. Well, I'm gonna look anyway.
There you go.
Oh yeah. You know, I grew up during the Great Depression, you know, and we had fireplace, you know, your shins would burn up and your back would freeze to death. Well, I was 12 years old before I knew my middle name wasn't Get Wood. And now I've got all gas for fireplaces. And I told you last time about a lawyer. You know, as a lawyer, I first started practicing law, this guy running my office said, where can I find a good, honest lawyer? I said, make up your mind, fella. His next question was, what's this going to cost me? I said, that depends on whether you furnish the witnesses or you want me to furnish them. And you know, a judge, judge should have a touch of gray for a look of distinction. And in case of hemorrhoids, for a look of concern. And you know, Chief Justice Joe Henry one time, Supreme Court of Tennessee, got this call from this lady in Washington, D.C. She said, Justice Henry, I need a list of lawyers in Tennessee broken down by sex. He said, I'm sorry, madam, we don't have such a list. Whiskey's our problem. And I tell these people, I give them my card, I said, you come tonight, if you get in jail, call me. If I can't get you out, I'll just get in with you. And you know, when I went to college, I had $2 in my pocket. Well, I worked my way through waiting tables and milking cows. And I left 50 cents an hour. I left there, they paid me $440-some. I'd worked out over all my books, my tuition, my room and board, bought an old car and everything. Plus I had a first-year scholarship at University of Tennessee College of Law. Well, you're getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning to milk cows, you have to be able to get up. Well, in the summer, they had this old boy up there, Freddie Fagan from Morristown. He is a baseball player on a scholarship, so his duties was to help me milk cows during the summer. Well, old Freddie couldn't get up. Heck, he just couldn't wake up. So I lived down here in the valley in the DAR hall, and he lived up top in the Grant Lee hall. And there's a payphone outside my window, outside my room, a payphone outside his room. So every morning at 3 o'clock, I'd go out in the hall, I'd dial that phone, put my dime in, and call him. He heard the phone ring, he'd turn the lights on, I'd hang my phone up and get my dime back. Well, one Sunday morning, some drunk coming in from Middlesboro, Kentucky, answered the phone and took my dime.
Only one.
But them old boys used to come down there in the morning, old boy from Grant Lee Hall come there, sleeping. You know, some SOB called up here every morning at 3 o'clock. We had this old boy from Chatsworth, Georgia, you know. Had a lot of ball players from Chatsworth. Well, he was, now tell me one, you all tell me one. Yeah, that hungry, them boys are hungry. So I ended up being a assistant dietitian. I was head waiter. I got to hire all the girls and the boys to work during the dining hall, you know, and so every year, at the first of the year, I go up and look at the applications. I had all the cheerleaders waiting tables. Old Rudy Clark, the librarian, he got so mad at me, you know, he said, next year I'm gonna beat you, I'm gonna get those good looking girls. And so there's 10 dishwashers, and me and 10 cooks and so on, and so we had this table, 10 people at a table, and one of them was a waitress, you know, a girl or a boy working their way through college, waiting on the table. Well, we had this big gallon pitcher of milk right in the middle, you know, everybody just sort of family style, you know. So one morning for breakfast, had this big bowl of oatmeal. So this old boy from Chatsworth, Georgia, he reached and got the oatmeal, pulled it to him, put the milk in it, sugar, started eating, and looked around and said, well, didn't the rest of you get anything to eat? I thought they were going to kill him. Right. And you know, I got a stepson that lives in Cosby. You know, Cosby's right across he lives right across the road on Highway 321 from Great Smoky Mountains National Park. Well, up in the park there, they got these private cemeteries. If you own land there, had a private cemetery on your land, they took it in 1933 or 35 to make the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. You could still bury your dependents there as long as they were living on the day they took it, you know. So he took me up this little road, this cemetery up there, fence around it. He said, you see anything unusual by it? I said, well, I said, there's one fellow buried on the outside. He said, yeah. I looked on the tombstone, that's John Henry Sutton, buried in 1954. He's buried on the outside, everybody buried on the inside of the pit. I said, why is that? He said, well, John Henry Sutton said he didn't like them SOBs in his living, and sure as hell didn't want to be buried with him when he died. So they buried him on the outside. I got pictures to show you on that. And you know, 2 years ago, me and Jeannie got these 3-wheel bikes. You know, I didn't think you could turn them over, but you can. I wrecked one, broke my collarbone, so I went to the doctor. The doctor said, well, you're advanced age, we're just going to let it heal itself, you know. Said, but you're going to have a lump on that shoulder. I said, that's all right, I got a chip on the other one. And you know, this old boy told me one time about the Battle of the Little Bighorn, you know, that it was interesting, but it wasn't very enjoyable. And you know what Custer's last words were? Where'd all those damn Indians come from?